everyone's like, can you believe Leo DiCaprio was at his wedding? Yeah, I can believe that. He's a fucking weirdo. He has sex with headphones on. He doesn't even know what holes he's entering when he's having sex. He's listening to like Sam Harris meditations while he's banging a 12-year-old or whatever. 12-year-old is maybe egregious. He's not Drake. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heather Shaw is Kidding. It's me, Heather Shaw. Happy Wednesday. How's it going out there? Wherever you are, I hope you're having a good week, as good as it can be. You know, the big, beautiful bill is getting passed. BBL bill. Isn't that fun? Shout out to everybody that came out to the shows in Minneapolis and Eau Claire. You guys were fucking fantastic. I had so much fun. Upcoming shows. Next week I'm in Denver, Colorado, Colorado Springs, Spokane, Washington, and Salt Lake City. And at the end of the month, I'm in Raleigh, North Carolina. So come out to those shows. It'll be a fun time. Don't forget to join the Patreon, patreon.com/Heather Shaw Comedy. This past episode was, I hung out with Lily, my fiance. We did an episode together, talked about our wedding and, you know, the horrible TikToks I send her. It was a great conversation. I love that lady. Good thing I'm marrying her. Huh? I'm so sick, by the way, of saying fiance. I can't wait to just say wife. I'm over it. I think it's smart to be engaged for at least a year so you can like really wear out the fiance. We've been engaged for 2. By the time we get married, we'll have been engaged for 2 years. And I'm just like ready to call her wife. I'm sick of saying fiance. I don't know. I've had 2 years of it. I'm done. I want to move on to wife. I want to graduate. Anyways, thanks for rating and reviewing this podcast. Keep doing that. And if you're gatekeeping the podcast, keep doing that. Or tell people about the podcast. I don't know. Your body, your choice. That's what I say. Speaking about bodies, let's just get into Drake's abs. Have you seen the picture of Drake shirtless with his fucking plastic abs? I lovingly referred to his body looks like an autopsy body. If you look at the picture, it looks like an autopsy torso. He's got no pecs. It's clear these abs are fake. Okay, and I made a video on my Instagram about it. You can go check that out. But just Google Drake abs. You're going to see the picture. It is clear that these are surgically enhanced abs. I think either through etching, which is a procedure where you can kind of etch out abs. Lily thinks it may be a sort of pseudo BBL where they transfer fat into the muscle, the ab muscles, and then as you continue to work them out or whatever, the fat turns into muscle, so it makes it more pronounced. Whatever it is, it's not real. He has no arms. He has no shoulders. He has no delts. He has no pecs. So it's just like a regular man's 40-year-old body and then these ripped abs. It looks insane. He looks like he has autopsy body. He looks like a carved ham. This man stays losing. Is no one in Drake's life going to tell him to stop doing weird shit? He needs a, hey, that's weird kind of friend. I don't think he has a lot of yes men. All these celebrities, man, they all have yes men around them. You need a no person. You need a reasonable person who's not going to lie to you. You know, I think he's 39. People were like, he's not even 40 yet. It doesn't matter. He's in his 30s. He shouldn't be. It's fine if you have abs, but like you have, and this is the thing, he has access to trainers, chefs, the best in the world. He just doesn't want to put the work in, and that's corny. He wants the result of the look. He wants the result of the hard work without putting it in, and that makes you a certified cornball. It's giving Nepo baby for your physique. Yeah, it's not good. A lot of people are roasting him online. And Kendrick Lamar talked about this in his songs. He released like 5 songs towards Drake. You know, and the song BBL Drizzy, which we all know. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. It's a great hit. But I think in one of the songs he refers to, you know, you got your abs are fake. V12, which I think is a machine they use to do plastic surgery. Hey man, if we're gonna comment on women's BBLs and whatnot, we can make fun of Drake's. And it's just corny behavior once again from this man. He cannot not be corny. It's like it's in his contract. his life contract, his soul contract, as they say in the spiritual realm. He looks like a Canadian Ken doll. But, it's just weird. It's weird. Let's read some roasts that people have told him. So basically he had his fake abs on display. And let me tell you the caption under this photo of his fake abs, his plastic abs. Once again, he's corny. The caption is, "I'm wide awake for the nights that separate the type who get to it till they get it right from the type who just type." I mean, I know he had to Venmo somebody $100 for that caption. He didn't think of that one. Somebody called his abs ghost. Somebody said that he's got a ghostwriter for abs too. I mean, this man stays roasted. Now, I do believe that he probably posted this because maybe he is delusional enough to think he looks good. I'm sure. But also, it's a way for him to stay relevant because the music's not doing it anymore. He's going to have to go into right-wing, he's going to have to get into the right-wing pipeline. He's going to have to, become an alpha male. He's going to have to release a country album. He's going to have to, do some stuff with Morgan Wallen. Jelly Roll. I like Jelly Roll as a person. He seems very sweet. But, his music's, not my type. Let's see what some people roasted him about. Skeptical followers took to the comments to speculate about how the actor achieved his dramatically toned waistline. Somebody said, ordered abs from Temu and forgot to add shoulders and triceps. See? You can't be ripped in the abs and be just like a 14-year-old boy throughout the rest of your body. It doesn't make sense. You would have shoulders, you would have your arms, especially at his age. He would be ripped. With those kind of abs, if those abs were real, he would be ripped throughout his body because you have to eat lean, you have to lift weights, you got to get your protein. That's that at 39, 38 years old, you got to be really serious to get that kind of body unless you're like naturally born with abs, but we know he's not, or else he wouldn't have got this plastic surgery. Somebody else said, "Boys, stop playing. The only place you ran was to the surgeon." Another person said, "Arms and chest sold separately. Those are fake." Someone else said, "The abs do not match the body. Arm definition surgery next month." Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to do something. It's crazy. It'd be like a bodybuilder having huge biceps and then, a dad bod. I guess that'd be more obtainable. Poor Drake. He just gets roasted, but he sets himself up for it. He does not do himself any favors. He's constantly he's just the rich kid who has corny personality. And he's like, people like me because I'm rich, but I know they're making fun of me for all of my actions behind closed doors. And they should be. He's gross. I'm never going to feel bad for Drake. He's somebody who has, admittedly from a 15-year-old, when, what's her fucking name? Millie Bobby Brownie Boy? Brownie Cookie Batter? Millie Brownie Cookie Batter Brown. The Stranger Things, 11. When she was 15, she's like, yeah, me and Drake talk about, he helps me a lot with dating and stuff. Okay, right there, I'm done with the guy. I'm done. It's gross. It's weird. You're not a mentor to teenage girls out of the goodness of your fake abs. It's called grooming, sir. The only grooming I agree with is dog. All right. People are saying he's no stranger to the surgery table. This man be too hyped to show them abs and body and gives it away every single time. Yep, someone else said that. Yeah, he's just, he's just corny. He must eat a lot of corn because he is what he eats, I don't know how this guy comes back. Here's the thing I will say about Drake, and I said it in my Instagram post about him. The man cannot be humbled. I'll give him that. He can't be humbled. Kendrick Lamar took belt to ass consistently for 5 songs in a row. Dark songs, fun songs. Not Like Us was fun. Meet the Grams, dark. He took belt to ass consistently last summer. And Drake really, he's not humble. I don't think he's humbled. He loses bets left and right. I think it might just be fake posts he's making for engagement on his betting app Stake. Stake if you care. Can't believe I'm promoting it, but yeah, he always posts like bad bets he makes on stake, and I think it's just for engagement. People are like, oh, you took another L. Meanwhile, he's raking in money as you bet on his stupid fucking website or whatever. But he can't be humbled. I would have come out with Michael Jackson skin. I would have made a transformation. I would have went in a witness protection program. I would have become a good father. I would have stopped texting teens. I would not be posting shirtless photos of my plastic abs. I wouldn't be releasing songs. I'd find God. I'd find therapy if I were Drake. This man can't be humbled. He's not doing any of that. He's the same. I mean, goddamn. Good for him, I guess, in that regard. BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy. What's going on with Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry? Katy Perry. I'm not even going to talk about Jeff Bezos' wedding, by the way, because number one, it's been beaten to death. Number two, it's like, I don't really care that much. I just don't. It's not that exciting to me. Number three, people are so shocked that all these celebrities would go to Jeff Bezos' wedding. Leo DiCaprio, the climate activist, hops on a private plane and goes to, the wedding of a man who is killing the climate left and right and does nothing to help it. Don't stop believing actors. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Politicians and actors do not put any weight into what they're saying. It's all fake. They don't know who they are. Politicians and actors do not know who they are. They are whoever you tell them they are. They are whoever the money tells them they are. Actors can be noble, but they're reading other people's words. They're becoming someone else. They don't know who the fuck they are. And politicians are just like, whatever the lobbyists are paying me to say, I'll do. And then I'm going to go lie and say different things to my constituents. It's all bullshit. Don't believe actors. Don't believe. That's why I just don't care. Everyone's like, can you believe Leo DiCaprio was at his wedding? Yeah, I can believe that. He's a fucking weirdo. He has sex with headphones on. He doesn't even know what holes he's entering when he's having sex. He's listening to like Sam Harris meditations while he's banging a 12-year-old or whatever. 12-year-old is maybe egregious. He's not Drake. He's like banging like a 20-year-old model from Poland with headphones on. But Orlando Bloom was at the wedding. That's where I was getting at with this. Orlando Bloom hanging out in Venice, Italy. Yeah. Orlando Bloom and Katy Perry getting divorced. I mean, she's had a rough go of it with marriages. I don't know anything about Orlando Bloom, and nor do I want to, but I mean, on paper, he seems way better than Russell Brand. I mean, dude, anybody could see Russell Brand's a fucking walking freak. That guy thinks, he's like a prophet. And Orlando Bloom, I don't know. Maybe he's not smart. He's an actor. I don't know who he is. He doesn't know who he is. But it seems like he's gotten real zen following his split from Katy Perry, as most dumb people do. He posted a picture of I don't know. He posted a picture of a guy sitting like on a lake, just watching the lake, and the quote is from Buddha. And it says, each day is a new beginning. What we do today is what matters most. These are thoughts of dumb people. I'm sorry. I had these thoughts when I was 7. Well, I guess what I do today matters the most because I'm living in the present. I don't know. It's men with deep thoughts that we women had when we were 12. That's just what this is. It's like, oh, good. He's discovered Buddha. I can't wait for him to start reading Rupi Kaur. How do you say her name? What was her name? Rupi Kaur? Rupi Kaur? Remember when everybody was freaking out over Rupi's poems? I will never be quiet about the way my let's read a Rupi Kaur poem. Kaur. I don't know how to say her last name, and I feel very ignorant. I'm sorry. Here's a classic Rupi poem. What's the greatest lesson a woman should learn? That since day one, she's already had everything she needs within herself. It's the world that convinced her she did not. I mean, it's just, it's drab. It's really boring. And also, that's not the that's not the greatest lesson a woman should learn. A woman should learn to always carry mace. That's the number one lesson. Don't trust a man and always carry mace. The wrapper, not the spray. Always carry the wrapper mace with you everywhere you go. He'll defend you. Here's another rupee poem. I am water. Okay. All right. Sorry. If you like rupee poems, good for you. I think it's completely, it's Twilight. It's the Twilight of poems. Would have been great when I was 15 to repost to my Tumblr. I am water, soft enough to offer life, tough enough to drown it away. What the fuck does that mean? What are you talking about, Rupee? Soft enough to offer life. Does water breathe life? I guess you need water to live. What are you getting at? Tough enough to drown it away. I'll kill you. I'm water. I don't know. I don't like that. I am water. I'll give birth and murder you, bitch. I don't know what you're getting at. And here you are living despite it all. I mean, this is like graduation quotes from high school. I can't do it. I do not relate to rupee poems. And here you are living despite it all. Well, yeah, I'm not going to kill myself, Rupee. I mean, life sucks. But what are we saying? Anyways, I can't wait for Orlando Bloom to discover her. Maybe he won't because she's a woman. Another another thing he shared to his story. Daily encouragement. The important thing is to take that first step. Bravely overcoming one small fear gives you the courage to take on the next. This man's a millionaire. I mean, can we cut the shit? I don't care about his advice. I don't care that he's struggling. Money may not breed happiness, but it breeds stability. And I just don't care about a millionaire A-list actor struggling because he broke up with his cringy pop star wife. She is Drake levels cringe. She kind of knows it. She kind of plays into it, but I also think she takes it to heart when people make fun of her. She's like classic theater kid. She's got big theater kid energy. Now, I like some of Katy Perry's music. I really do. I vibe with it. But, and can I name an Orlando Bloom film? I don't know. Wasn't he a pirate in one of those, in the Caribbean movies? I don't know what else he's done. I think he did Elizabethtown, which I'm not even sure if that's good, but I think that's it that I can name of his movies. With these kind of quotes, I understand why they got married. You know, when you see a couple and you're like, how are you guys? Because one of you is real weird, corny and the other one seems fine. But then a breakup happens and you see how they react and you're like, oh, yeah. You guys were definitely meditating together and saying corny shit like it gets better. Hang in there. I mean, this is like dentist office motivational quotes. Overcome one small fear, and it gives you the courage to take on the next. All right, thank you, dentist. Yeah, it's interesting. Katy Perry's on tour somewhere, I think in Australia. She did not go to Jeff Bezos' wedding. Remember, she took the flight space, the 11-minute space flight with Lauren Sanchez. So it is surprising she couldn't make the wedding. But hey, I'm glad Orlando went. But Katy's in Australia. Where's the baby? Do they have kids? How many kids do they have together? Let's look that up. And what are their names? What do you think their names are? Orlando and Katy kids. Let's see. They have one daughter. One child. That's not bad. Daisy Dove Bloom. You know what? I like Daisy Bloom. I like the name Daisy. I'll give it to them. That's cute. Orlando Bloom also has a son, Flynn, with his marriage to Miranda Kerr. Oh, so he's got 2 baby mamas now. Wow, Bloomy. Bloomy has got 2 baby mamas. Hell yeah, brother. Daisy and Flynn. God, those names together just sound, that's an insufferable man. Well, Katy Perry's over in Australia, being a pop star. I don't know who's going to Katy Perry shows. I mean, listen, I do like her music. I would not go see her live. There's nothing compelling. But I'm somebody that's very hard to get me to a live show that's not like an indie band I really like, or it's hard for me to get motivated. The last pop show I saw was probably Miley Cyrus's Bangers Tour, I believe it was called. And that was a really fun show. But like, that was the last one. And that was probably God, I don't even know. I don't even know when that was. 2016 maybe? I just don't go to these arena shows. But I'm telling you, you may see a pop star die in one of these arena shows. There's malfunctions left and right. Katy Perry had a malfunction mid-air. She was trapped in a hamster ball because that's what her stage, her show is just crazy shit. I think in Las Vegas, she had a residency and there was the poop emoji floating around. I mean, she's very camp. It's like theater kid camp where it's like a little too on the nose camp. It's not like fun camp. You're like, oh, okay, this is like shoved down my throat camp. Do you know what I mean? There's a difference. There's like subtle camp and then there's just like, okay, we get it, theater kid. I mean, Katy Perry is just the epitome of a theater kid who made it. But she had a malfunction. She got trapped in a giant hamster ball in Adelaide, Australia. Let's see. The giant metal sphere was meant to lift Katy above the crowd. It suddenly tilted, sending her clutching the frame for dear life to keep from toppling out. And then, this is like happening a lot. I don't know what the fuck is going on with pop stars. You'd think these people could afford the best of the best in the industry. Maybe their shows are just too demanding and weird. Beyonce had a scare. She was in a flying car that leaned. I mean, Jesus Christ. She was stuck in the air. She had to stop the show. She kept saying, stop, 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 stop. I mean, she held her composure. I don't know. I didn't see the video of Katy Perry in the hamster ball, but I just know Katy Perry was like, get me high. Yeah, she probably did not compose herself too well. But Beyonce composes herself. I mean, Beyonce, you never know when she's nervous. She's just very she's smiling at the crowd as she's hanging on for dear life. I think she was harnessed in, so it wasn't like if anything happened, I think she'd just be dangling in the air, but still scary. I don't know what's going on with these pop star malfunctions during their shows. Maybe we should just keep the pop stars on the ground. Maybe we should just ground the pop stars. And that's, Katy, that's about going to space too. Stay the fuck out of space. Or wherever, whatever that flight was. You touched the tip of space and came back. Maybe we just cut down the production cost of these shows, keep them on the ground. Katy Perry can just run around on the ground. She doesn't need to be in a floating hamster ball. I blame Pink. Pink started flinging her body all over arenas. And now every pop star's like, I've got to step it up. No, you don't, Beyonce. You're too damn good. You can't die. Especially the liability if that car were to smash onto people. You'd be the next Travis Scott. You can't do it. People would be... If that car crashed and killed audience members while Beyonce's body's just dangling from the rafters, she would have had an Illuminati-sized conspiracy. Oh, she was trying to take souls. I mean, that's what happened with Astroworld. I mean, that shit was demonic, but I don't know what was going on with Astroworld. But everyone's like, Travis Scott did that so he could take souls. I'm like, does he really want the soul of a 20-year-old GameStop employee from California? Is that the game? Is that soul worth anything? No offense, but I don't know. You think he would just eat a baby? Yeah, it's just crazy. I think the pop stars are doing too much. I appreciate a pop star who can sing and walk around. We don't need this whole... I mean, Miley, her show was fantastic when I saw it for the Bangers tour or whatever. And the craziest thing she did was slide down a giant tongue. There was this giant tongue. It looked like a tongue that was a slide, and she slid down it, and that's safe. That's fine. We don't need to be levitating. We don't need to be in hamster balls. If you need that much of a distraction, I understand Beyonce puts on a hell of a show, but she is such a good performer. She doesn't need to be doing this. Do you think she's getting old and she's doesn't want to do as many dance numbers? Or do you think she's bored and she's put me in a car above the crowd? I don't know. It just seems like too much of a liability. You don't want your pop star dead. You don't want the audience dead. I mean, this is a giant car prop that, God forbid, a wire snapped. You're taking out, 50 people. It's crazy. And there's something about Katy Perry going through divorces while she's on tour. I don't know what it is. I don't know if she sees it coming and she says, get me on a world tour, bitch. But last time when Russell Brand divorced her, she was performing in a tour, and that was that iconic, that very well known video of her crying right before she has to go up because Russell Brand texted her, "Oh, lovely, I want a divorce. I want to be a cult leader. I don't want to be married to a pop star. I want a divorce. I'm going to bang 12-year-old girl." I don't know what Russell Brand, my Russell Brand is not great. Sorry, guys. But now she's, going through another divorce with Mr. Bloom. And getting trapped in hamster balls. Maybe Russell Bloom's quotes were just towards her. Peace comes when you are on the ground. Do not get stuck in the hamster ball of life. Maybe he's just trying to communicate with her. Do you think they look at each other's stories? Do you think celebrities do that? When you go through a breakup and you look at your ex's shit, or you ask your friends to look at your ex's story because you're blocked. Do you think that is that happening? Does she care enough to look at Orlando's story and see that he's quoting Buddha? That's when she knows she's really hurt that man. When he's a 15-year-old quoting Buddha. Do you think he looks at her story? Oh, I hope she's okay of that hamster ball. Isn't Orlando Bloom, he's British, right? See, I don't know anything about this man. Is he, what is he? Yeah, he's British. He was born in Canterbury. God, she loves the Brits, huh? She loves a good Brit. Yeah. Good luck to them. Who should Katy Perry date next? She needs to just go with somebody full cringe. Russell Brand was creepy. Orlando Bloom seems safe. She needs a full cringe boyfriend. I'm trying to think who's Drake. She should date Drake. God, can you imagine? Holy shit, that would be insane. They need to get together. I don't know. She's probably too old for him, huh? Yeah. And she probably doesn't. Well, she dated a black guy before. She dated the lead singer of, I don't know. His name's Travis something. Travie. I don't remember. He sang that song, "Take a Look at My Girlfriend. She's only Travis McCoy. That's his name. Yeah, she likes black guys. All right, good for her. A good for her. Good for her. All right, let's get into the sponsor of the show. You know him, you love him. You know I'm your lover. It's Lucy Brown Coffee. Yeah, I'm gonna come. Sorry, that was too far for coffee. You don't want to hear that. I'm sure the owner is like, "What the fuck, Heather? Tell them our coffee does not make you come. Please take that out." You gotta get Lucy Brown's coffee subscription. It's the best in the biz. They're going strong. I've had their coffee subscription for almost 2 years now. If not, maybe 2 years now. I love it. It's consistent. It shows up every goddamn month. A new bag of fucking whole bean coffee, baby. It's always delicious. It's always good. It's always on time. Look, I endorse the fuck out of this shit. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't be doing this. Get Lucy Brown's coffee subscription. It's from roasters you've never fucking heard of because they're small and they know what they're doing. It's not some mass-produced bullshit coffee. And it's probably cheaper in the long run. I don't know how much you're spending on coffee in the store, but this bullshit Starbucks, this bullshit Dunkin' Donuts. Who the fuck is Pete's? I don't trust him. The coffee you get from Lucy Brown are these it's almost like artisanal. They're like small roasters throughout the country. The bags are beautiful too. I gotta say, the design on these bags, and it's different roasters every month. It's not like I'm getting the same fucking coffee every month. Not that I'd really complain because it's so good, but it is kind of exciting when I get the package. I'm like, ooh, what is it this month? That's a fun thing. You know what I mean? Get the coffee subscription. Queef, do it. All you got to do is go to LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI, browncoffee.com. Follow the coffee subscription button. Get signed up today. And if you use the code Heather Shaw is kidding, you'll get 10% off your first order. And let me know out there, comment or DM me if you've got the coffee subscription. I'd love for people to comment on YouTube or whatnot that they have it so that people can attest to it. It's a great fucking subscription service. If you're a big coffee head like me, I mean, I'm sober. All I have to live for now is coffee. I love it so much. Get Lucy Brown's coffee subscription right to your door. You don't have to worry about going out to the store, and they're from roasters you've never heard of before. Come on, baby. If that's not a way to sell it, huh? Again, visit LucyBrownCoffee.com. That's LUSSI, browncoffee.com. Follow the coffee subscription button. Get signed up today. Use Heather Shaw is kidding as the promo code, and you'll get 10% off your first order. We love you so much, Lucy Brown. Thank you for being an OG sponsor of this show. Well, let's get into some dark stuff. Guys, we did the light stuff up front. We got to get into the dark stuff. Yes, Trump's big, beautiful bill, the BBL bill, has passed. What does this look like for people? Well, a lot of cuts to Medicaid, a lot of cuts to rural hospitals, a lot of cuts to nursing homes, a lot of tax cuts for the rich. Medicaid is going to be cut by billions, and tax cuts will be benefiting the rich by billions. So, a transfer of wealth, if you will, from the poor to the rich. Republican shit, pro-coal, pro-oil, anti-EV, electric vehicles, advancements in electric and in green products, in technology that supports that. It's old school. It's fossil fuels. We're running out of that shit. Can't be great for the environment. Stop having kids, by the way. We're done. This world is done. Watch. I have a kid in 2 years. I'm sorry. That's hypocritical. I just want something that looks like me. You know what I mean? That's what I imagine people have kids for. That's why I imagine, me and Lily always talk about wanting to become foster parents. Because really, I don't give a fuck if a child looks like me or not. I really don't want a child to look like me. I already look like somebody else. What, I'm going to make another kid look like me? That's enough. I don't want to. The only good traits I have are I'm funny, I'm decently intelligent, I'm athletic. But the downsides are I have ADHD and I just don't give a shit. And I don't need my kid looking like having that. Also, I'd rather want a mini Lily than a mini me. And if, we can't be both of us, so it's got to be a Lily. I would want a mini Lily. But I think fostering is way better. Helping out instead of contributing to the problem. You know what I mean? If you're a foster out there, let me know if you're a foster parent and you don't beat the kids. Please reach out to me. I have some questions for you. Only good foster parents, not the ones that are just using it for a tax credit. Thank you. Donald Trump may deport Elon Musk. God, that is delicious. I really hope this ramps up. I doubt it will. I doubt Trump would ever deport a man who's bringing in millions into the economy and whatever. But how delicious would it be if Trump went to deport Elon and then Elon got deported and then hopped on X and said, I rigged that fucking election sent from South Africa. I mean, come on. I doubt anything would change, but I need a little drama. There's only so many Real Housewives franchises I can watch before I want to see men fight. Donald Trump reportedly said, watch out, Elon, I will come for your funding. And then he also said he was looking into deporting Elon, which in response, Elon said on X, he's tempted to escalate the situation, but will not right now. I think somebody got in Elon's ear. Remember when he was popping off, a couple weeks ago, maybe three weeks ago, he was popping off at the beginning of June, popping off on Trump. Trump was on the Epstein list. There's so much shit I could say. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have won this election in the Senate and the House. And I mean, he was so close to saying what he did for Trump. So close. And then he just went silent. And then he came out and said, I took it too far, which is not something that man says without a fucking gun to his head. Something happened. Somebody got in his ear and threatened everything he knew and loved, which is money, and probably his life. I really believe that because this man went from, I'm untouchable, I'm going to talk about everything. Trump, have a great day. You're on the Epstein list, which, no shit, dude. all the shit he was saying, to just radio silence, to even now when the president's saying, oh yeah, I'm looking into deporting him, Elon is coming back and saying, I'm tempted. I'm tempted to say anything, but I will not escalate the situation. He doesn't want to escalate it because he doesn't want to die. Somebody got in this guy's ear and threatened his life. Threatened everything he loves, which is himself and money. You know, there's something funky with Elon Musk right now. He's being awfully quiet. This bill is coming for his businesses. You know, I just don't know why somebody who is in the business of EVs, and advancement in technology, would align themselves with a party who loves fossil fuels, who doesn't want to use clean energy. I really don't get it. I guess racism is more powerful sometimes. Which is why poor people and broke people vote for the party that will actively make them poorer, right? Because racism is that powerful. I want to see a brown person cry. I don't care that it takes away my health care. Anyways, I digress. In Trump's Truth Social rant Monday night, he said he's fed up with Elon's criticism and is clearly making a power play over the entire scenario, slamming his push for electric vehicles and reminding him about all the government help he gets. Right, so he's like saying, fuck you, fuck your stupid electric vehicles, nobody wants them. Meanwhile, remember when he was on the White House lawn shilling the electric vehicles for Musk? What, that was in March? Oh, these cars are great. He doesn't even know how to open the door. Because the Tesla doors are hard. If you don't ride Teslas a lot, I ride a lot because Uber drivers, there are a bunch of Uber drivers that drive Teslas, and it's because there's a program through Uber that's like, we'll give you Teslas. All you have to do is make monthly payments for the rest of your life. But so I have to get in a lot of Teslas, and the door is like so stupid. To open it, it's just like, what is this? Just give me a fucking door handle. What are we doing? Does this help anybody? How does this help me? Trump was shilling those cars. Meanwhile, he's like, I don't know what the fuck this is. He hasn't driven a car probably ever. He was a New York City guy. He probably never has driven a car. He doesn't know how to get in a car. In a front seat, please. He notes Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history. This is Trump, by far. And without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. It's not going to happen. You know, Elon holds the secrets. Because Elon tweeted June 30th, so a month ago, he said, it's obvious with this insane spending of this bill, which increases the debt ceiling by a record $5 trillion, that we live in a one-party country. No shit, dude. I mean, Jesus Christ. And then he says, time for a new political party that actually cares about people. Look, it's a great idea from an ugly guy. A new political party would be great. It's never going to happen in this country. You may call me cynical. You may say that I don't have hope. I say I'm realistic. It's not going to happen. They're going to take on anybody who tries. Who, if anybody gains momentum with a third party, a new political party, real momentum, they're going to fucking kill him. Okay, it's just what it is. I worry about Zoran, and he's just going to be the mayor of New York City. I worry about that guy. So he better have bodyguards until November, and the bodyguards hopefully aren't in on it, taking him out, slipping something in his food. Trump's wrath came after Elon took to X to warn Americans about the big beautiful bill, which lays out the president's agenda on taxes, healthcare, immigration, energy, and more. Over the weekend, he begged people to consider the implications of the proposed legislation, cautioning it will cause immense strategic harm to the U.S. and destroy millions of jobs in America. Yeah, Trump doesn't care about jobs in America. It's all just a ruse. He said it'll work against the advancement of the country by giving handouts to industries of the past, correct, while severely damaging industries of the future. Well, this is a guy, once again, who is an industry of the future. Electric vehicles, Starlink. This is a guy who's like, I don't know if he's innovating, but he's buying up companies that do innovate and slapping his name on them. And yet he's aligned with a party who's made up of old fucking geezers who want to drink oil and piss out blood. You know, they don't. I just don't know why he aligned. I guess he's evil. He's racist. I don't know what he is, but he aligned with the party that literally would shit on his companies. It's crazy. I don't even care. I think it would be very funny if he got deported. It would be very funny if Elon got deported. I kind of want it to happen. It would never happen, but I do want it to happen. Elon even claimed Trump would not have won the 2024 election without him. And in return, the president threatened to take away his government funding. I mean, yeah, there's truth in what Elon said because Trump lashed out. If it wasn't true, Trump would just say, what a fucking idiot. We'll see what happens. Stay tuned. I'm sure they're gonna mend. They're gonna rekindle their romance, and it'll all be okay. Lordy. The last thing I wanted to talk about is a dark thing, so buckle the fuck up. It's called Alligator Alcatraz. I just found out about this. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it is super new. I just found out about it. It's essentially Alligator Auschwitz. So they've set up a migrant detention center in the Everglades in Florida, and they're dubbing it Alligator Alcatraz. It's a fucking it's essentially a concentration camp for migrants in the Everglades, which is, there's implications that if you were to try to escape, even if you could get past the barbed wire fence, you would then be in alligator territory and most likely get eaten by a gator. Isn't that fucking crazy? I've also seen on TikTok, I don't know how real it is because TikTok is hard to trust now, but some lady said that her friend was contracted to build incinerators in Alligator Alcatraz. So even if there are no incinerators, this is still concentration camp shit right in the toilet bowl of America in Florida, in the Everglades. And President Trump, I'm going to call it Alligator Auschwitz. I mean, that's what it is. It's not, it's crazy that they've given it a fun name for the concentration camp. It's Alligator Alcatraz. Not even that. They've started selling merch. There's Alligator Alcatraz merch that racist idiots can buy and wear. As their healthcare gets more expensive, okay, as they lose healthcare and as they can't get to a hospital that's not an hour away because those hospitals have closed, they're all excited about this Alligator Auschwitz. I don't really feel bad for them. Officials are saying it's poised to start filling its bed in a matter of hours. This was posted today. President Trump visited Alligator Auschwitz. He was joined by Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, that faggot. He toured the facility, which the state put together within days. Trump said, "I thought this was so professional, so well done." He toured the center. It features rows of fenced-in bunk beds and razor wire perimeter. The facility is situated within the Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport. It's an isolated airstrip located within the wetlands of the Big Cypress National Preserve next to Everglades National Park. The name references its proximity to predators of the marshy Everglades, from pythons to alligators. DeSantis said, what'll happen is you'll bring... This is how this guy fucking talks, by the way. He's such an evil little gnome. Florida has really fucked up shit going on. I've heard that they're canceling their November elections. So I don't know what's going on in Florida. If you're in Florida, get the fuck out unless, you know, I think that I wouldn't want my tax money going here. But then again, I pay federal taxes that are probably funding this as well. So we're all fucked, right? So I guess if you're in Florida, just ride it out and enjoy it, bitch. You smoke your meth and enjoy Florida. You are in the toilet bowl of America. Just enjoy it. You're a turd in the toilet bowl of America. Just be that turd. You Floridian turd. My parents live in Florida. They're turds. I love them. But, you know, I guess if you're over a certain age, it's okay to be in Florida. My parents are in Florida because that's where they retire. Fine. But if you're a young person in Florida, what are you doing? What are you doing? Scamming? What are you doing there? Bath salts? What the fuck is going on in there? You're a turd. DeSantis said, what'll happen is you'll bring people in there. They ain't going anywhere once they're there unless you want them to go somewhere, because good luck getting to civilization. So the security is amazing, natural and otherwise. He's such a fucking dork. DeSantis. What a fucking loser. Fucking heel-wearing, drag queen-hating bitch. I think they have that law in Florida, don't say gay in school. You know, it's like say faggot, like a real bully. Trump described the facility as an East Coast version of the infamous island prison off the San Francisco coast. It's not. It's a concentration camp. Alcatraz was not a concentration camp. Alcatraz was a place where Al Capone went with his syphilis. It was kind of inhumane, but like, you know, it was secluded. You're in an island, even if you try to escape, you're in water, whatever. But this is a concentration camp for migrants. And I don't know what happens to these people. I don't know if we have any real eyes on what's happening to these people. Do you think they're going to be treated well or at all with any decency, any human decency? Do you think that they're going to get fed daily? Do you think that they're going to survive and live, or do you think maybe they'll be starved? Because there's no eyes on this. We're being told what we're being told from DeSantis. Are there going to be incinerators on Alligator Auschwitz? I don't know. How do we know these people are getting fed at all, getting water? And again, they're just migrants. You remember when you were in school and you'd be like, if I lived during the time that Hitler was alive, not on my watch. Everyone was fucking Mark Wahlberg during 9/11 when it came to Hitler as kids. Because, you know, on 9/11, Mark Wahlberg was like, if that was me on the plane, that plane would have made it safely to where it was going. I would have taken those terrorists down. That's how we all were when we were kids talking about Hitler. If Hitler happened, if the Holocaust happened, I would, not on my watch, I would have done, it's happening, bitch. It's happening in your country. It's happening in the Everglades of Florida and probably elsewhere. I've also heard some disturbing news of ICE having cargo planes that they fly out to the ocean full of people that they've essentially kidnapped, and then the flight just turns around after they get out to the ocean and comes back empty. In implying that they are throwing bodies out into the ocean. Shackled bodies are washing up on the shore. You're not going to see this on the nightly news, by the way. You got to really do your own digging. There are shackled bodies showing up on the shores of beaches. And Italian families found a bunch of shackled bodies washed up on the shore. Yeah, it's dark. Trump said, snakes are fast, but alligators, we're going to teach them how to run away from an alligator. Don't run in a straight line. Run like this, he said, waving his hands in a zigzag. You know what? Your chances go up about 1%. So they're laughing about it. It's very fun. You know, we don't treat our worst criminals like this. That Idaho murderer, that white Idaho murderer, school shooters left and right, get to shoot up schools and then get fed Burger King afterwards and told, like, hang in there and get like a 20-year sentence. But migrants are being sent to concentration camps, and who knows what's happening to them once they're in there. There will not be any eyes or accurate reporting once they're in there. It's almost weird that these men are giddy about it, too. I mean, the evil that has to be coursing through your veins to be giddy about this is unbelievable. I think that Ron DeSantis is incredibly more evil than Donald Trump. I really do. I think Donald Trump is motivated by money. I think whatever the money says, he does. I think Ron DeSantis is motivated by pure masochism. He's sadistic. He gets off on being hurtful and evil to other people, minorities, people who aren't him. He would be a serial killer if he wasn't a politician. He's very evil. It's short man syndrome. I don't think Donald Trump is that short. But I do think that DeSantis is much more evil. And Florida keeps voting for him. So you know what? Florida, you get what you get. 5,000 beds will be open. The first arrivals are expected sometime tomorrow or today when this podcast comes out. Again, they're not going to be treated well. They're going to be crammed in there. They're working on cost-effective and innovative ways to deliver on mass deportations. I don't know. It's real dark. I don't know what you do with this information. What can you do? A lot of Florida Republicans have embraced the project, with the GOP now selling. The state GOP is selling merch, trucker hats, beer koozies with Alligator Alcatraz branded on it. You know, what else is Trump saying? I'm waiting, listening to these wonderful words. I don't know what he's saying. People, this place has critics. There's Floridians that are protesting it or whatnot. The other thing is what happens during major hurricanes. You know that these people aren't going to be evacuated safely or at all. It's just going to be like, all right, yeah, let them, whatever happens. I don't get it. Look, if you want to deport illegal immigrants, deport them. But what are we doing putting them in a detention center for? I think it's just because you want to do evil stuff to human beings. You know, I'm not saying you don't care about them, so just deport them to whoever you want to deport them to. It doesn't matter. But now you're putting them in camps and selling merch for the camp. And there will be overflow and suffering, and you're going to walk by and go, yeah. I mean, it's gross. This guy, DeSantis, is getting off on this. I hope he comes back as a cockroach. DeSantis did say, if a tropical cyclone with wind speeds higher than the temporary facility's wind rating is forecasted to impact the area, then we'll have a natural disaster plan. So he's basically saying, yeah, no, there's a plan for, like, if there's a hurricane and the wind speeds are higher than, I don't know, let's say 350 miles per hour, then we'll maybe look into, like, there's a lot of stipulations to it. It's not like, yeah, if there's a hurricane, we have this backup plan for them. And no, it's like, well, if there is a hurricane and an alligator comes to us and shits in our hand, then we'll know that the wind is about to be higher than 400 miles per hour. And also a turtle has to speak to us telepathically. And then if that turtle does that, then we'll think about maybe helping these people in this concentration camp that we set up in the Everglades. But likely what will happen is a hurricane will come, a few alligators will drop in on the camp, and what happens. It's real dark shit. Good luck, Florida. It's happening on our own ground, baby. I don't mean to end this on a dark note, but I just needed you to know about that. Because, this is not going... If the nightly news reports on this, it will be a glossed over bullshit picture. Tonight, DeSantis has officially opened the temporary migrant detention center, lovingly referred to and dubbed as Alligator Alcatraz. That's a quirky name for it. Mostly because it sits in the center of the Everglades. Like, it'll be that kind of thing. It won't be, hey, so the Florida governor has set up essentially concentration camps that should be called Alligator Auschwitz. And that should be alarming. Like, they're not going to, they bend the knee to Trump. So you're not going to get this actual accurate news from mainstream media, unfortunately. Stay on TikTok. Stay up with outside sources, and stay safe out there, and stay gay. Thanks for listening to this episode. Sorry it got dark at the end, but not sorry. We have to know about this shit. We gotta know about it. Upcoming shows again. I am in Denver next week, Colorado Springs, Spokane, Washington, Salt Lake City, Raleigh, North Carolina at the end of the month. Let me tell you some more cities. If I say your city, then go buy a goddamn ticket. You won't regret it, bitch. Austin, Batavia, Illinois, Sacramento, LA, San Diego will be added soon. Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Arlington, Virginia, Eugene, Oregon, Seattle, Tacoma, Boca Raton. I'm going to Florida. I'm gonna try to book a room at the Alligator Alcatraz. Omaha, Des Moines, Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Kansas City, Cleveland, Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, Massillon, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Chicago, Dallas, Richmond, Virginia, Portland, Maine, Appleton, Wisconsin. And cities were being added are Portsmouth, New Hampshire, Mahomet, Illinois, I don't know how to say it, San Francisco, Detroit, Chattanooga, another Dallas date. I can't stay away from Dallas. I love it so much. Get tickets at heathershawcomedy.com. Get merch at heathershawcomedy.com. Join the Patreon, patreon.com/heathershawcomedy. And don't forget to rate, review this podcast. I love you so much, everybody. Stay safe, stay sexy. All right. See ya.